you will have been given an assignment of your sociology course, which is it will involve giving a presentation to the rest of the group. And so today, I'm going to be giving you a few tips on how to prepare your presentation. This won't help you with your current assignment, but a lot of the principle I will be putting across will be general principle which will, of course, will help you with all your future presentation. So first of all, the most important thing to consider is your audience, and this is intent of your audience are the other students in your group. There are 3 points to bear in mind. Firstly, you need to ask yourself what they need to know. Secondly, it's useful to consider whether they will be supportive or not. And thirdly, will be a small group, say 3 or 4, a moderate gathering of 20 or so people. As for your current assignment, will we be there be hundreds of people? Having said all that, what I'm about to tell you will apply equal to any audience. So how do you structure your presentation? Right at the beginning, you should term something that forces them to pay attention. This could be something surprising or even shocking, but need to be relevant. After that, you need a list of items or topics showing them what you will be covering, rather like an agenda. And then the main part of the presentation will follow. This main part will be the data information you will be presenting and could include facts, statistics, personal experience. After this, you should summarize what your presentation and close with what I call next step. For this assignment, you could simply point the group to other sociology reference material. In another case, you might want to suggest some action, what people can take. Now, what about the design of the slider of your laptop? Well, the important thing here is to be conscious. You need to have the same type of and use the same color and size for the same element. For example, alert headers need to look the same, or bullet point to be presented in the same way. And I don't just to seek toward being the presentation to life by adding graphics. They could be in several forms, such as picture, photo card, diagram, histogram, and so on. And let's move on to pre-presenting. You have your presentation prepared and you're ready to start. Well, it's important to give a good impression for the start, so take a 3 deep breaths. Look at the audience, no matter how journey they may be, and be anxious and energetic. As you go through the presentation, remember to provide some variety in the way you speak. So, for example, you can talk freely, rapidly for information that may be familiar, but then slow down for unfamiliar section and change your tone. As you speak, don't keep it at the same level as the way through. As I mentioned, look at your audience. A good trip is to pick people out and look at them around 5 seconds, not looking at the audience. Give the impression that you are either not interested in them or terrified of them. Looking too long at one particular person may take them feel uncomfortable. There might be a point in your presentation that you want to be your audience to really absorb, and in order to make important things stand out, you may consider audience silence right after that. It will be give a people time to reflect on what you are saying, and also you may be presenting complicated ideas or technical details, but try to keep everything as simple as possible. Use simple words and few as possible, and be clear. If you say something like this appears to be, it implies unconcernedly. So using vague verbs such as appears, seems, could be, need to be avoided. I will just finish off with a few thoughts on question and interruption from the audience. You might choose invite, question from the audience as you go ask them to wait until the end. Either way, questions should be encouraged as it provides with your some feedback on how interested the audience is the whole well they are understanding you. When a question is asked, you need to provide an answer as accurate as possible. So initially, my tip is to repeat it. This will be answer you have heard correctly and will give you a few seconds to gather your thoughts. Now, do you have any question?